Every modern constitution in the world has explicit gender equality protections in the text, except for the United States.
One many thought was settled nearly 50 years ago when the Supreme Court affirmed a constitutional right to an abortion.
We have made huge strides in terms of women's advancements, but none of these protections are durable. We all know that they are subject to rollback.
The U.S. Supreme Court today dealt a major blow to affirmative action.
Congress can create rights and they can take them back. And we also have a Supreme Court right now where the majority wants to take us back to the original founders' time.
We're not going to go back. What changed since 1973? What changed?
Hi, my name's Emily Best. I'm one of the producers on Ratify. We've spent the last 8 years working on this feature documentary to tell the 100-year struggle to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. We've been following activists and politicians as they struggle for constitutional gender equality while also passing a ton of other legislation, spinning up entire activist organizations, being partners, friends, moms, running businesses. And I am here representing the super team of women behind this project. While they are editing this film, working on their next projects, winning Peabody Awards and DGAs, and raising families and being partners, and you get the idea. So in order for you to understand the urgency of this story, I need to catch you up on like 100 years of ERA history in a really short period of time. 101 years ago, an amendment was introduced to the Constitution called the Equal Rights Amendment, or ERA. 24 simple words that said rights cannot be denied or abridged on the basis of sex. It didn't pass out of House and Congress for another 50 years, at which point it was sent to all the states for ratification. Hey, stay with me. We got a lot to cover. So Article 5 of the Constitution of the United States says that 3/4 of the states have to ratify in order for an amendment to be added to the Constitution. That means 38 out of 50 states have to go through their own complicated legislative process in order for an amendment to be certified. And guess what? We were on the ground with cameras in 2020 when Virginia became the 38th and final state needed to ratify the Equal Rights Amendment. Yeah! That means the Equal Rights Amendment has satisfied every condition of Article 5 of the Constitution as of 4 years ago. And yet it still has not been certified and published to the Constitution.
Sorry, what the
What the It's okay, sweetie. Be honest, most of you were today years old when you learned this fact. And the truth is, 80% of Americans believe the ERA is already the law of the land. That's why we're making this film, Ratify, to tell the story of why it's so hard for a wildly popular amendment to make it into the Constitution. This film takes an intimate look at political processes that powerfully shape our lives. We witnessed firsthand that sometimes the rights of an entire nation can hang on just a couple of votes in a state you don't live in. Votes by guys like this.
This ERA amendment is contrary to the laws of nature.
Ew! With this film, we get to celebrate the women, the unstoppable forces, dedicated to building a better future for everyone. We get to witness how Black women in particular, who've always been part of the women's movement, but often literally and figuratively relegated to the back, are taking their rightful place at the front. These are people who will pump you up to get engaged on gender equality. And good thing, because we need your help. We cannot let constitutional gender equality slip through our fingertips when we're this close. So we're gonna use this campaign and the film to kick off a joyful ruckus nationwide. Take a look at the incentives for our campaign. Each one is designed so that it's easy for you to make a joyful ruckus anywhere that you, yes, you, think the local community could use some activation, motivation, and inspiration. The proceeds from this campaign will not only help us finish the film, but also help us book national screenings and create impact toolkits for policymakers, activists, lawyers, and you. Yes, you. If we hit the stretch goals for this campaign, we can show the film in all 50 states. And we're working with an amazing platform called Kinema that allows anyone to host a private screening. Could be your garage, your living room, or a private screening for two.
You know I love a political documentary.
Your contributions do not have to be monetary. Do you know a local screening venue or a host organization that might help us organize a screening? go to ratifythefilm.com and reach out with whatever creative idea you might have to help out. A healthy critique of our political system is foundational to a functioning democracy. Making this film made us all more critical than ever, but witnessing these women carry forward a 100-year fight for gender equality also showed us that there is always, always a way forward. Join us